Cars.com Auto Review.
Hi, I'm Bill Jackson, and we're here with the 2008 Jeep Grand Cherokee. The big thing about this car is it's a diesel, and I say a big thing because when you drive it or when you're idling it, you don't really notice the fact that it's a diesel, and that's a good thing. Now, as you can see, we have this Jeep Grand Cherokee in the middle of winter, so I did a lot of snow driving. One thing I can say that's nice about this compared to anything else I've driven in the snow is it feels very heavy and very planted in a good way. Now, like a lot of SUVs, it has kind of the standard styling two-box rectangular, but one thing I like about the Grand Cherokee is it really looks like a Jeep. Now, that's most obvious up front with the grille and the roundish headlights. Now, this is a 2008 model, but really there's not much difference between the 2008 and the 2009. One of the differences, though, is there's a different leather package that you can get on this trim level, the Overland trim. And as you can see, we actually have leather here. It's not the color I would choose. I generally like darker interiors, but that's personal preference. That's not a big deal. One thing, though, that I do point out as a big deal is the wood trim. Jeep says this is real, but they finished it in such a high gloss finish that it looks plastic. And it's really a shame because when you look around the rest of it, the metal trim, the brushed and the shiny chrome, both look pretty good. Now, our Grand Cherokee came with a navigation system, and it uses a touchscreen, which I'm not a fan of. That's normally not a big deal, but with this Jeep it was. It rides pretty firmly, and so it would never fail that whenever I wanted to touch a button, I'd hit a pothole, and then my finger would grab a button that I didn't want to grab. Also, if you want to switch between the navigation system and the radio, it's always a two-button, press this, press that to get it to do what you want it to do. And I don't think you should be looking here when you're driving down the road. What saves it for this trim level is it's got steering wheel controls that actually make it quite easy to skip between the various menus. And I really recommend you to do that when you drive. Now, one thing to consider if you have a family is the backseat area is quite tight, especially if you have a taller driver. Now, since I don't have kids, I actually don't mind that because while you lose space here, one thing you get is a cargo area that's really pretty large. So overall, I'm not really sold on the Jeep Grand Cherokee. There's a lot of things I like about it. Again, the weight and the feeling of how substantial it is. That's something I really enjoyed in the snow, but I don't know on a sunny day if I wouldn't want something that was lighter and a little faster. Also, the interior things that we pointed out, they do kind of annoy me, so it would be something that I'd really have to think about before I was going to buy this car.
For more car-related news, go to Cars.com or our blog, KickingTires.net.